Hey guys, PJ Sullivan and Captain James with Mikelson Yachts. We are aboard the 2020 Mikelson Nomad that's for sale. This boat's called Bullship. We're going to take you guys along with us today. We're going to go out, take the boat out on the water, but we wanted to show you how easy this boat is to run. It's a 59-foot model, so about a 60-foot boat. But we're going to take you guys even through the starter procedure and show you how easy this boat is to handle, even by yourself, how good the visibility is from the control stations, and just how unintimidating this boat is and how it's very, very easily run with a couple. So come along with us and we'll show you guys what it's all about.
All right, so I'll show you the startup procedure of this boat. I've been running this boat for about 3 years. It's really simple. You know, it really is get in and go. Start off, generator over here. Fire that up. Preheat. Okay. Generator's fired up. We'll unplug that in a second. But come over here. These are your ignition switches for the engines. Got the on switches. Let it boot up.
The generator sure is quiet. You can barely hear it.
You can barely hear it back there. Fire up starboard. Fire up port. Now we'll go unplug the boat, untie, head out here to the wing station on the port side, and essentially go.
So Captain James, why do you like that station that you're running the boat from, that port wing station?
Because this is the side I'm closest to the dock, and I can see all the way down to my stern, all the way up my bow, and makes it easy.
So you got great visibility from that station. Okay, and you've got engine controls, thruster control, and you've also got a rudder control via the autopilot, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we've got the same thing on the starboard side. So and there's no tricks here. You're running this boat all by yourself, right? Nobody else except me and the camera woman on board?
Absolutely.
All right. And we're not helping. We're not lifting a finger.
No.
All right. All right, so Captain James, let me take the helm here. I'm at the Portuguese Bridge, so you can see the station right there. And it's really cool. You've got, I'm gonna flip the camera around, but you've got a Simrad autopilot controller, which is essentially a steering wheel. You got your bow thruster and your controls. So we'll switch that around, show you guys how easy this thing is to steer. Just a sec. Okay, so we're out here, headed out to sea. Here's our control. We've got it on sync mode, so we just got our starboard controlling everything. You can see we're doing about 6-7 knots. Nice, easy cruise. It's quiet. But the cool thing about these Simrad controllers is you kind of just put your hand on this rail, use your thumb, and you can turn the boat. Works really well. It's very comfortable. Turn it the other way, just turn the thumb over. You can see the boat comes around really nice. So you've got that at port, and then also your starboard wing station over there. I'm gonna give it back to Captain James. So we're going out to the ocean?
Yes.
All right.
Out to the ocean.
All right.
To San Diego Bay.
So these Nomads, they carry 2,000 gallons of fuel, which at 10 knots is about a mile per gallon. That gives you about a 2,000 nautical mile range, which is stellar. That's a really great range. We've had one of these 59 Nomads with the same fuel capacity go to Hawaii. That boat's called Fifth Wife. If you're over there, try and track it down. So these Nomads, that's about the longest distance between 2 points of land on Earth. So if you can make Hawaii, you can make anywhere. So very cool. These Nomads are definitely capable of crossing oceans. In addition to that, they're capable of fishing exceptionally well. Like all of our Mikelsons, you've got the in-transom bait tanks. You've got the rocket rod holders in the transom and the cap rail for trolling. This is an awesome system. You've got hinged drop-down rocket launchers, port and starboard. When you do catch your fish, you've got a beautiful barbecue to put it on and cook it right there. Doesn't get any fresher than that. Controls back here. A lot of tackle storage. You've got drawers, cabinets, and a nice big fishing cockpit. This is our crew area, so you got 2 nice bunks. Engine room behind that door. And of course, excuse me, the massive salon opening doors, which is just awesome. As you can see, especially when you're underway, just cruising like this. Absolutely beautiful. Sit down, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Really, really cool. And again, this is just quiet, relaxing. If you want to step into the pilot house, you're 3 or 4 steps away. If it's cold out, you turn on the heat. If it's hot out, you turn on the air conditioning. Bring you guys down to the forward section of the boat here. Got a Pullman style bunk there. Washer dryer below this berth. Here's our guest head. Really nice V berth up here. And then we've got our full beam master back here. Huge portholes, let in a ton of natural light. You can fit through those things, no problem. If you want to fish, cross oceans, live aboard, comfortably cruise, this is about the most versatile boat you're gonna find. This boat can do it all, and very comfortably. Designed and built to cross oceans. Very solid. And just a whole lot of fun to run and easy to run, as Captain James has demonstrated. All right, I'm gonna take you guys with me down in the engine room. Gonna go do an engine room check. Show you the crew quarters while we're underway. So I'm gonna take the camera here and come along. How we doing, Captain?
Doing great.
Good.
10 knots, 1.4 nautical miles to the gallon with this current behind us. Not bad.
Not bad at all. So we're headed out of San Diego Bay. And this Nomad has a keel that runs deeper than the running gear to give it a protection from grounding, right?
Yes.
So that's important. If you're gonna go exploring and take this boat to some remote areas, it's nice to know that if you do touch ground for some reason, you're not going to destroy your running gear. And that is a solid fiberglass keel, and we've actually had a few Nomads that have tested that, and it works very, very well. We had one that got blown onto a reef off anchor with some other boats down in Mexico. Some of the other boats had to go for immediate repairs. That boat came 800 miles north on its own bottom without doing anything, and just had a little bit of a chunked up keel that the boatyard up in San Diego repaired after it got up here. So we know how well that our solid keel works to protect all the running gear on the boat. All right, Captain James, tell us what you've got on the Helm here. What electronics are we working with?
We have two 24-inch Simrad displays. Got our Glendenning controls, engine controls.
Okay.
Your two Cummins readouts. Again, Simrad on this boat, so Simrad autopilot control here. Simrad VHF, that is your Westmar fin stabilizer control, and of course your Cummins generator control.
Okay, and then what's on the far left of that?
That's the tank tender. That measures your fuel tanks, water tank. I think that's it. Yes, the holding tank has its own separate gauge. This is your fuel and water.
And then we got bow thruster, and is the horn on?
Yes, it is on.
How about the whistle?
The whistle is on. It has a whistle.
Oh, nice. It's like a train. All right, and we won't blow the horn because we have our camera woman out there. We don't want to make her deaf. All right, so we're out here off San Diego. You can see the Coronado Islands in the background. We're headed, due south?
Yes, due south.
Yeah, due south. And if we kept going, we'd be in, there's Tijuana. We'd be in Mexico pretty quick here.
We'd run straight down the coast.
All right, so we're doing 9 knots. Very comfortable, quiet, smooth. This is a great speed with give you really, really good range on this boat. However, the cool thing about these Nomads is they have the capability of going quite a bit faster than this, which most sort of trawlers don't. They, especially a single engine trawler, you're pretty much stuck at this speed. That's probably pretty close to the max you're gonna do. But James, if you don't mind, can you kind of take us up through the speed range and show us what this Nomad can do?
So you're going to want to turn the fin stabilizers off when you're going faster than that. They don't like to work properly at higher speeds, so I'll turn those off.
Okay.
And we bring it up.
So you can see our speed there. So take us up to what you would say is like a fast cruise.
I'd say right here is your fast cruise, because we are at about 60% load. We're almost doing 13 knots. This would be your fast cruise.
Cool. So not anywhere near too much load on the engines. They're still running nice. Probably got the turbos about kicking in now. And you're going considerably faster than most sort of trawler yachts. And the neat thing is at this speed, you don't really get much bow rise. All the Mikelsons have pretty minimal bow rise. You get a 4 or 5 degree bow rise, and that's about it, but you don't have a hump speed like you do on a lot of boats where you get the bow way up in the air before you get enough horsepower behind it to start planing, and then the bow drops. So you've still got really good visibility, and that's true on all the Fexus hulls. They just run really nice and flat. Okay, so we're doing just under 13 knots, about 60% engine load. Let's keep taking it up. So let's take it to 80%.
Out there.
Okay.
15 knots.
And rising. Okay, so we'll call it 15 to 15 and a half knots. Got about 80% load. Still very nice and smooth, quiet. But if you're going to Catalina for the weekend, you might want to get there a little quicker. And if you're fishing and you see some schools off your bow, you might want to get to them. So it's nice to be able to have some additional speed. All right, let's take it up and see what she can do all out.
That is all out.
All right, so
99% load.
all right, so about 17 and a half knots. We're at 99% load. Still very quiet. Great visibility. And it's really nice to be able to have this kind of speed if you need it. Probably not going to run it here too often, but you're going to have a hard time finding a boat that has the capability and can do everything this boat can do. Wait a minute, I saw 18 knots there, I think.
Did you?
Yeah, bring it back up real quick.
He did.
Oh, look at that. All right. It's official. Over 18 knots. You know when the bottom was last clean?
I do not. I believe it was a couple weeks ago.
All right, so maybe even with a dirty-ish bottom. Anyway, really comfortable. Very cool to be able to have that kind of speed on a boat that can travel thousands of miles. And it's just very quiet and comfortable. What are we doing?
Coming into dock.
All right. So, I actually did help James. I put his fenders down for him. But he's gonna dock this thing by himself. We'll see if I make him get his own lines, but I'll probably give him a hand. But again, from this wing station, there's James' slip. And you got great sight lines down the side of the boat. So James can see exactly what he's doing. Can dock the boat. We got a little breeze too. Not much, but a little. And we are in the slip. All right, thanks for coming out with us on this Mikelson Nomad. Again, this is a 2020, beautiful boat. Only got about 300 hours available. Don't miss the opportunity. It's 2020 and it's in immaculate condition. Love to show it to you. Come down, take a look, and thanks for coming along with us on this boat ride.